장난하지 말고 주성욱 선수랑 윤영석 선수랑 바꿨으면 되겠어요.
한번 미쳐볼까.
갑자기 미쳐 날뛰고 있어요.
축적돼 있던 제 평택 수돗물이 올라와가지고.
What's going on?
If you want to survive, you must stay with us.
김준호 선수가 편하게 우승하려면은 저를 좀 바꿔주시면 영서의 알파고스로 생각이 좀 놀랐고요. 족발집 위치 좀 알려주시면. 다음에 시드 받으면 그냥 반납할래요.
Let's make it hot.
에너지 음료 핫식스는 GSL과 함께합니다.
2016 Hot 6 GSL Season 1 Contest. 오늘 우리는 되찾은다. 스타크래프트2의 영광, GSL의 유산을.
Welcome back to the GSL Code S. We are now going into the winners match. A mirror matchup, Protoss versus Protoss, Hero against Trap.
You can see how the games have come along so far. Hero up 2-0 on speed, and then Trap taking down Tasia in a very close best of 3. So as you mentioned, 2 mirror matches here in the winners match and the losers match. 2 of the best mirror matches as well, Tasia. I love PvP and TVT.
Yeah, I love it as well, man. I think Trap versus Hero, most people probably saying Hero, but look, I think Trap can definitely take it. Trap training with the likes of SOS. And by the way, our losers match, Speed against Tasia, I still think that could be close. I don't think that Speed's few games against Hero is indicative of the way the rest of his games are going to be looking.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. I think he just had a very slow start, and Hero just shreked him, to be honest. It was not close. And he'll have a much better time against Tasia for sure. But we're going to have to do this PvP first, Trap versus Hero. These guys have definitely played against each other before, and Trap training with SOS. SOS has beaten Hero on multiple occasions, so maybe he has unlocked the secret code, the secret cheat code to defeating Hero. I'm not sure.
Let's see, man. Let's see. Hero is a very adaptable player. He does not train with the likes of Trap, and he does seem to have a very different way of approaching the game. As Protoss and PvP especially, or PvP rather especially. So let's see how this game turns out. And I believe our 2 players are actually on the left side over here. Is that correct? All
right, so close to each other.
They are right next to each other. As you guys can see, we've done away with the boots. That is so 2015, the boots.
Yeah.
Okay.
Enough of that, man. Let's get these giant helicopter headsets instead.
With deafening noise-canceling abilities. And we're going to start game 1 out on Dusk Towers.
Yeah, very, very big defensive 2-player map, but things will change since it is a PvP, a mirror matchup here. Curious to see if either one of these players wants to go aggressive, or will they just kind of sit back and play that macro game and give us a longer one to start it off?
Yeah, it's going to be tough. PvP, I think this matchup's actually improved a lot in Legacy of the Void. You can come back even if you're really behind with good disruptor control. There's still just as many different builds. Harass is going to be key. There's a lot of room, especially on a map like this, for some deceptive play. Let's see what happens. This is game number 1. The winner of this best of 3 moves on to the round of 8 in the GSL. In the upper right, in the blue, he is
Gina Green Wings, Trap.
Trap's giving you that look, Tasteless. He wants to win this game. There he is.
Yeah, you definitely would want to try to bounce out and get out now. In the bottom left, in the red,
CJ enters Hero.
Lots of fans for Hero. She's like, is he not just really handsome?
he is really handsome.
That's
There's
what that
no
sign
denying
says.
this. Yeah. And she would be correct. No one could dispute that.
Yeah. You know, Hero's always one of these players that will always get the makeup and the hair done. Oh, nice try, by the way, by Trap trying to steal the, or possibly get in there on time to steal the gas.
Yeah, sometimes we have players gank the other player's gas.
Gank the gas? Is that
Gank the gas.
Is that what you guys say?
That's what I'm saying, and
I like
I'm
it.
forever changing
I like it, yeah.
Valdez. So
it's not a MOBA, but you can gank the gas.
You can gank it, man.
It's a possibility.
That word was around long before MOBAs ever existed. So there you go. We got the cybernetic score coming down here now. Important note, it's very small, but it can be telling is that Hero wanted to block off his entrance at the ramp for the most part, and that can be a tell that he's going to tech. Whereas Trap wanted to get his structures up a little bit more quickly, and therefore has the pylons hugging the Nexus. And, you know, it's a small detail, but it's actually, in some ways, it can be telegraphing what will be to come.
Yeah, it's funny, the girl that was holding that sign looked like she was with her boyfriend coming down saying, hey, Hero's a good-looking guy. There's no denying it. I don't care who I'm with or what's going on.
Ooh, good play here by Hero. Blocking off the Nexus. This puts Trap in a very uncomfortable position early on in this game.
Yeah, you can see Trap bringing 2 of his probes to try to deal with that pylon. He's going to be losing a lot of mining time to try to go for that. And Hero going to get his expansion way ahead of Trap now. Already bringing Hero to a bit of a lead here in this game.
And I guess the question we got to ask ourselves now is, does Trap try to initiate a fight here in an attempt to maybe punish Hero for expanding quickly? Or, oh my god, okay, he was thinking about coming in there with a probe and making a gateway to buy more time, but instead he scouts the Stargate. Big play here by Hero.
Yep, just the units out of position trying to kill this pylon, and, you know, he noticed that nothing was in position. He could get a full scout, and there you go. So Hero right from the get-go has massive control of this game. He is going to go for Twilight. Again, he fully is aware of this Stargate, and it looks like he's going to try to use Blink Stalkers to stop any Stargate play.
Okay, guns down that probe. Definitely not the start of a game that Trap was looking for here. This is, you got to think Hero's just riding a high right now. I mean, everything he's doing is working. Especially in a televised match. I mean, you ideally just want to be able to get that Nexus up. So it's possible that the build that Trap is using is one that he didn't want or maybe had not practiced as much. So let's see what happens. The Oracle's on the way, and we do see Blink is starting here for Hero.
Oh, this could be a nice win for Trap if he... Oh.
Nope. We're not.
It didn't have that on-attack move, so it's not going to be a nice win for him. Unfortunately, the probe does survive. And Hero does scout the Mothership core coming across, so he can even try to deny the scout of the Mothership of his own base. Mothership core, that is.
Okay, 3 gates coming down here. Interesting to see that after Hero takes the expand, it's a very modest play here. Now, he knows there's a higher chance that Trap may try to initiate a fight earlier on since he expanded later. And so we have a pylon hidden here from Hero. He's possibly hoping that if... let's say Trap does move out, he might be able to warp in, for instance, some Zealots or something like that to go into the main and start killing probes.
Yeah, he could even try to put on a bit of pressure because his Blink is going to be way, way far ahead of Trap. So he could try to break this ramp. He puts down another pylon even at the 3rd base location. But he's going to drop a Robo at the same time and get some more gas. So it doesn't look like it's going to be an all-out aggressive kind of Blink play at all, especially with the Oracle out on the map. He's going to play it safe and defensive. And it makes sense on a map this big.
Okay. We have the gases being taken now. We didn't have any kills, right? Mike Morheim's in the house tonight. Very exciting. CEO of Blizzard.
Now, CEOs side by side. Two of the
That's
coolest
right, the two
CEOs
CEOs.
in the world.
It's the CEO Archon.
Actually, it is the 2 coolest CEOs
That's
in the
right,
world.
yes. Okay, so you were right, Valdez, by the way. He is going to put pressure on here. I thought he was going to keep this back and try to catch the Oracle, but if you notice, actually, I think that Trap never really showed that Oracle very much.
Yeah, he's got it in the wings, and maybe he will send it in to do some damage, but the Mothership core is back at home. So he will have the defense with the Mothership core back at home, and he's got more Stalkers, but Trap does have control of his own ramp with his own Mothership core.
Okay, this is, all right, he's going to go ahead and move up here. Now notice okay, I was going to say, that was pretty bold. Okay, 2 pylons there. Yes, you can blink, but, I mean, you got to really think that you are just better than your opponent in every way to win a micro fight like that. Now he's coming in here trying to take out probes. Note, he didn't actually get a kill, just bruising the probes.
He's going to swing around the back here, and the Mothership core is very, very slow. So the Oracle going to get 4 kills.
4 kills, actually.
And back off.
Really nice play there, considering that there was enough energy on the Mothership core to really delay that.
Yeah, fantastic control out of Trap. By the way, just weaving in and out of the overcharges on those pylons. And he will get out with that alive. It's always good to keep your Oracle alive. You don't want to go on any kind of suicide missions with those because you can always keep them for scouting information. You can threaten your opponents by keeping it around the back of their third base, not allowing them to put on any aggression, stuff like that.
Oh, man, it looks like he's actually going to go ahead and attack up here. Now, this is interesting. Now, note, he is taking a third base at the same time, but with Blink and the force fields, he might be able to just pull this off. Let's see. There is one Immortal here. That's like the biggest threat. 2 Stalkers is that Immortal. It's just so strong against it. Now, there's an Immortal coming up here for Hero, but it looks like Hero's looked at this situation and basically said, I am not safe doing this. And interesting play. He actually forced out the force fields from Hero. That is not how you want to normally use them. You want to get the force field set up, maybe isolate the Immortal or any stray Stalkers. Anything like that is going to be helpful.
You know, I think that Hero thought perhaps Trap was getting his own third base up at the same time, but when he saw that many Stalkers, he's like, oh no, I cannot fight against this just yet, so I'll just back off, play it safe. I'm going to have my own Nexus very far ahead of Trap's, and he's exactly right in terms of the timing of Trap's third base too.
Okay, the War Prisms pass each other. That puts both these players in a bit of an uncomfortable spot here. There's a chance that you could end up losing. Oh, hold on. There's actually nothing over here. He's dropping the Adepts down now. Now he's going to go ahead and try to shade so he can end up over here in the back base. Let's see if these Stalkers can take this out in time. And the Adepts do get over there. Already more kills, 5 probes total so far.
Oh, this is way too much damage for just 3 Adepts to come in here. He's focusing down more probes. He's going to get 8, 9 in total before they're taking out, and that was only 3 Adepts. So nice economic lead now for Hero. He's got that third base ahead, and now he's only up 1 probe, actually, even now. So kind of just evening himself up, in fact, in terms of those probes.
Okay, it does appear as though Trap wants to put some pressure on here. Let's see if he actually has enough. I would say that was actually a bit too much to blink back like that. I think he could have actually taken on that small number of Stalkers.
Oh, this time it's DTs. There is a observer around there, and DTs, in fact, for Trap as well.
The exact same thing here. It looks like both the DT attacks are going to be deflected. It looks like the DTs might have been able to do a little bit more damage over there. They had the Stalkers up against a wall. Problem is, even though DTs do a lot of damage, basically if you have vision of them and anything that's going to be attacking, probably not going to go too well for them. Very cool, though, to see. What was that? That was about 8 minutes, 45 seconds. Identical timing with DT Harass. I think that may be something we're going to be seeing more of in the future.
Yeah, you can tell these guys are on the same page so far in this mirror matchup, and that Trap is no scrub. He's really fighting up against Hero. He's doing a great job of it too. This is a very even game so far, and in fact, Trap is ahead in supply right now.
You know, 2016 might be the year of Trap, man. I think this guy's gotten better every year we've casted him here. By the way, 4th base being taken here. Hero saying to Trap, I am going to continue to be in the lead. But if you look at the supplies, it's a little bit of a different story. It's 128 to 108 here. There's a chance that when an attack happens here by Trap, he may end up running over Hero.
Yeah, Hero's got the upgrade ahead. He's +2 attack to +1 attack for Trap, so he's 1 ahead there. But Trap just has the better unit composition. He's adding in the disruptors a lot sooner. Hero only getting his first 2 now. That's 3 and 4 popping out for Trap. So Trap definitely could put on a bit of pressure if he wants to go for that right now.
And we have another Warp Prism coming around here on the side. It looks like Trap is just saying he wants to try to stay even with his opponent here. He may not make his move. Excuse me. He may not make his move until he's closer to maxing out. It can be really difficult to tell if you're ahead. It's easier for us because we get to be like omnipotent in this game.
We really are. We see everything, and we know exactly what's going on. And you can see that Warp Prism trying to put on a bit of pressure. I think he's trying to distract Hero in the middle of the map and then drop at the same time. But I'm not sure if he's going to have much luck because there are cannons at the back of the third base. Now, both these players posturing in the middle of the map, trying to get those disruptor shots off onto each other's armies. Looks like Hero just going to back off, though. And Trap is going to come in here with this drop. There's 2 cannons. Will it be enough? A Warpin's going to come in as well.
Actually, nice Warpin that actually blocked off one of the DTs there at the bottom. And he blinks forward, and the Warp Prism does manage to escape. Very important that, especially for Trap's sake, he keeps that alive this game. Now, we want to keep our eyes peeled here for what the disruptor count is going to be, because that's really when this game changes entirely.
Yeah. keep in mind, again, that same Oracle that just tagged and revealed that entire army was the same one that did damage before.
That's right,
He
Valdez.
kept it alive the entire game, and now he knows exactly where Hero is going to be on the map. That's a huge advantage in terms of just positioning your army and getting ready for this fight that's coming up here in a bit.
Okay, now this is where this matchup starts to look funny. Now, ideally, you're hitting your disruptors into their disruptors, and then second into their stalkers. But this can get out of control really quickly, and this is super smart by Hero. To send the Zealots to harass here, this is going to force Hero to split his screens as far as juggling, which might make the disruptor connections here in the middle of the map there by Hero a lot more effective.
I love that Hero goes for Zealots instead of DTs. He knows the opportunity for Cannons to be down here, and he may be even able to snipe some of these disruptors. They get their hits off, but there's so many Zealots in the main.
And you can see right now the attention is very split here. We actually have Trap heading back home to his base. There are DTs being used here to defend, but in the meanwhile, Hero seizes the moment and moves out onto the middle of the map.
Yep, Purification Nova's being shot out by the disruptors of Trap. And you can see what you were talking about. These disruptors really bunch up. Looks like gonna force a barrier out of that one Immortal. But yeah, if you get just one or two of those disruptor shots near the disruptors of your opponent, that could just be GG. If you got a big clump of those and you kill like 5 or 6 disruptors, it's insane.
Okay, great play here. He's going to drop some DTs here, and he's going to start going ham on these probes.
I love this. The first drop comes in, and it's Zealots. They take out the detection in the cannons, and then they bring in the DTs for the second wave.
And let's keep in mind, Valdez, you're only going to see that with cannons or the observers, generally speaking. So because he's doing that, that might force his opponent to make more observers, which is actually less disruptors later on.
Yeah. Seems like Trap is going to begin, as you were saying, making one observer here to try to get some detection out of the map. Keep in mind,
whoa, that was like the sickest tag ever. Yeah. I don't know. Can you actually get more units than that? That's like every single unit he has. Good play here. Just having that stalker up there, taking out that pylon. I don't know. Normally when I cast PvPs like this, the aggressor can't crack into the other player. It's not going to work. Now we have DTs coming in here and a lot more stalkers being warped in to go ahead and get rid of this mothership core.
Oh, the Purification Nova getting so close to the disruptors.
Oh! So close here. Again, this is a very unforgiving phase of the game. You mess up once with those disruptors, and the game turns upside down.
This is why I love PvP. You got to be at 3 different places at the same time. The drop of Hero is going on all the while these two players are posturing. Here we go.
Here we go. Good connection. A blink just a little bit too late.
It looks like finally 5 DTs clean up the army. Well, there's still some of these stalkers in the main, and now there's an observer of Hero in here that will be sniped. But again, he's pushed the army in the main.
He got inside. I don't think he can reclaim this position. This is exactly what he wanted to have happen, was for him to get close enough to actually hit the Nexus. Disruptor's coming down here. He gets the Nexus, and he escapes essentially unscathed.
That's exactly what he wanted to do. He gets the Nexus. Now he can back off. Looks like he's thinking about fighting. He's got an Oracle of his own, and this drop just never ends. He's still in the back here, forcing units to deal with this.
And as you can see, he just continues to hammer him. Whoa! Okay, wait. We caught the tail end of that. I don't even know who won that fight. Okay, let's see. There's 2 disruptors to, I think that's 8.
Yeah,
that's pretty huge.
Look at the supplies right now, just plummeted hugely for Hero. I think he just lost a big chunk of his disruptors in the middle of the map.
Okay, good connections. And if you look at the overall army, well, I guess you should say the actual true supply here, it's 149 to 130. Trap may be able to be the aggressor. I think too many stalkers are hitting that attack. By the way, we haven't highlighted this, but in the bottom right, Hero expands again. In the center right, Trap takes that base.
Yeah, Hero trying to get back into this game. Just a bunch of nice disruptor hits once again. And both these players have remade their big disruptor ball. And it looks like Trap now posturing outside of this base here. Not sure what kind of damage he's going to get. He's got some DTs around here too. Going to force Hero to make some observers to deal with that.
Oh, he's got to be careful. This could connect to the middle. Just barely out of range once again.
Sending out another Nova, just barely going to miss. Just keeping them at arm's length at this point in time. Nice snipe there, and even 2 Stalkers when there's no defense can do a bit of damage.
Yeah,
Looks like they're going to deal
absolutely.
with this Stalker down there by his base.
It's kind of funny. There's been a little fight going on in the bottom right where that Nexus is being hit. Now, I'm not sure what the future is for that Nexus, but it's definitely going to be another problem that Trap has to try to get rid of in an obscure part of the map.
I think there are a bunch of Disruptors in the middle of the map all over
my
Trap! Oh no, they can't run away, and no splits. 4 of them going to get sniped there by Hero.
Man, big play there by Hero, getting that connection there. Now, he sent most of his army down here to the bottom right, but this may end up as an opening. Oh, really unfortunate for Trap there to lose that Warp Prism. This may be an opening now for Hero to start to poke in to the top right.
Yeah, looks like he's going to try to drop in here. Unfortunately, meeting with 2 cannons, not going to be able to drop just yet. But will keep his Warp Prism alive. Very important. Will be able to keep on the pressure.
And it's tough when you have the Disruptor versus Disruptor. It can be tricky to engage each other. You really got to move around the map carefully here. And a lot of times it just comes down to if you have the player with the Disruptors outside of their base, you can at least slow them down from taking more of the map. And it looks like that's the position Hero is looking to get into right here, right now. Oh my God, here we go. Good connections there. Good kill by Trap, taking out some of those Disruptors of his opponents.
This is what you were talking about. He's keeping Trap at arm's length while shelling the Nexus. He is going to get it and force a big pull, and Trap only now gets up that other 4th base.
Oh my God, huge connection. The Disruptors continue to come forward. That may be enough damage for Hero to try to close this out.
That was just a big hit and a bit of a blunder from Trap. I think he's feeling the pressure. He blinks in to try to get Disruptors. That's never what you want to do because you can never blink out. The Disruptor Purification Nova will always be faster and chase you down. Look at the upgrades, by the way. It's 3-2 for Hero and only 3-0 for Trap.
Yeah, that's pretty big, man. He's also a cannon's well placed, so he should be able to spot these DTs when they're coming. Trap is going to move out here. However, with the Oracle tagging that army, Trap can survey the movement with much greater ease as far as where Hero is going to be trying to defend. But it looks like after, well, I thought he was going to go back. Now he's turning around again.
Yeah, somehow, some way, these players have evened up the supplies. Trap is not out of this just yet. He needs to just get more bases up. That's one big thing you pointed out, that Hero's got a better economy back at home.
Another good tag. Oracle gets away, too. So he can keep his eye on those Disruptors, and if they're ever out of position, that's when he wants to pounce. And the Warp Prism, this is a good play, and I don't know that Trap saw that move by back there.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Whoa! Okay, so he came from the bottom there.
Yeah.
Even our observer missed that one.
It's hard to keep track of everything, man. He's got a drop going down at the 4th base at the same time. Looks like DTs will be able to successfully ward this off. No detection for Hero. He's going to try to snipe the base instead and force Trap to pull back.
Is he going to get that? I'm not sure. He might just have enough Zealots to actually force that to cancel. We'll see. Either way, it's going to be very susceptible later on. Good dodge there. Right now, supplies virtually even, and it looks like, oh, okay, now he's going to come up here. Now, that wasn't canceled, so that should be very softened up. By the way, good transition to go from Zealots then into DTs.
Yep, he does it again, and he cancels the base. Well, he doesn't cancel it, he kills it, in fact.
He raises that.
Yeah.
And this is going to be a bad situation for Trap. Trap is starting to run out of money, which means that the additional base that Hero has pays off in dividends.
Yeah, Trap's essentially mining from 1.5 bases at this point. Hero's got, I think, about 2, so he's definitely ahead. And now he's doing more damage to the probe line in the back door. And that's going to force Trap once again to get out of position here and send some units back to deal with this. And Hero is going to engage in the middle of the map at the same time.
Hero now going to come in here. This may be the killing blow. I think he's just now outpositioned himself. Whoa! So close. These are insane disruption balls. And remember, he just needs to get rid of that Nexus.
Oh, this is really scary. He needs to get out of there. He does do a bit of damage to the Disruptors of Trap at the same time, so I feel like he's done enough damage now to confidently move up here and push in, but he still needs to take this slow against the Disruptors of Trap.
He might have even wanted to put some Stalkers there on the high ground back there.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I think that would have been probably better because he can at least stop mining from that. And you got to be careful when the Disruptors are in giant balls like this.
Oh, the splits!
Oh, really good play. But I don't know if it's going to be enough. I think that right now Hero is just in a good spot. Now you can keep chucking disruptor balls over in this location, making saving this base virtually impossible. And I think the only remaining step would be to once again destroy the Nexus in the center right, and Hero's got this game.
Yeah, look at this. Just one at a time. He's keeping Trap at arm's length, never letting him get close. We do have another DT run by here, but there's so many cannons at that base. There's no way those DTs are going to do work.
This seems to be one thing that Hero is just better about. He seems to understand that eventually you have to make a bunch of cannons, and that way you can have the leverage to keep pushing forward on the opposing side of the map.
Trap hasn't quite gotten that yet. I feel like he could have saved at least 2 of his bases by making some extra cannons. I think you're right, Tasteless. Now Hero looking to take a fight in the middle of the map. He knows he's got the advantage here. Just has to be so careful.
Yeah, and you know what, guys?
Disruptors.
If Hero miscontrols this, he can still lose the game. Disruptor versus Disruptor is very unforgiving, and so there's really no reason why Trap shouldn't keep playing this game.
Yeah, more Novas coming out here, and it looks like another run by. Look, not even a pylon. Not even a pylon.
And right when we got a shot of that, you can see that the screen was in the wrong place at the wrong time for Trap.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there's any way to actually save this Nexus. All he has to do is right-click on it and DTs it just here to ensure that that is going to go down no matter what.
Trap just can't afford pylons or cannons at this point.
I don't think he can afford a Nexus.
Late. It's like 4 Nexi too late, you know, Tasteless?
Look at how slow his minerals are going up.
Here we go again. Hero going to lose some Disruptors now, but the Disruptors of Trap are all alone. Hero on the chase, literally.
No!
Down you go, Disruptors.
The nail in the coffin as all those Disruptors were just destroyed. That was the
Trap knows it. He's a bit embarrassed. It's like, okay, there you go.
Man.
Keep in mind, guys, that this is game 1.
Yeah, we're not done yet. I think this may be the final fight. The problem is that it's going to be hard for Hero to necessarily get over there and destroy the buildings, but the dilemma right now for Trap is that he can't really mine much at all. So
he's got no Nexi at a mining base. I mean, he's got half a base at his third. That's about it.
Okay, tagging the army right there so we can keep surveying that. And it looks like the Oracle finally does go down. And yeah, I mean, he's having some good exchanges, but I just don't know what on earth he could possibly do to come back from this position.
They can't be good. They can't be great. They have to be miracle status right now. He needs to hit all the Disruptors of Hero with 1 ball. That's what has to happen for him to come back in this one. And he's going to try to go for it. Here come the Disruptors moving forward. He's going to get 1.
He takes out 1 Oracle, not bad. And you know, they're just out of range here. This is Hero's playing this right. There's nothing that he really has to do other than just keep this army at bay. Oh man, big play there, taking out some more of those Disruptors. But there it is, GG. Hero wins game number 1.
Here in the beautiful studio, newly renovated.
It is
by
so
Afreeca.
beautiful.
I love it, man. And what an awesome game. So back and forth. Trap really staying in that one for a long time, but Hero just doing the small things right over and over again. The constant dropping, consistent, you know, just never stopping with the drops. He kept making War Prisms to keep dropping, and Trap was having so much trouble. He was outmaneuvering Trap on the entire map over and over again.
And I also want to point out, because I don't think we got to touch on this enough because there was so much action with the Disruptors, but Hero made a lot of cannons at his expansion. And that's something that I think in late game PvP is going to look fundamentally different forever. Because here in Legacy, you need to have that push with the Disruptors, and the only way that they can counter that is by sending Zealots and DTs into your base. So if you have like 6 cannons, it's fine. You don't even have to worry about that base for the rest of the game.
Notice how the Mothership Core is never with the army, too. It's always back at home defending.
Well said.
Get like 3 cannons, 3 pylons at each of your outer bases. Get cannons in your backdoor base, too, so you can't be dropped. And then you will be able to just focus on the fight and outmaneuver your opponent.
Game number 2 is going to Orbital Shipyard. Right now, it's Hero with a 1-0 lead.
Looking strong in that one, I hope. Trap's confidence is not broken after that game. I still feel like he can do this. He can tie this up.
Well,
PvP
he's going to have
is
to.
really interesting, man.
Yeah, PvP, I think Trap can still win this, but you know, we got 2 very good Terran players waiting in the losers match. If you're one of these 2 Protosses, you want to get out, you want to escape to the round of 8. not have to prove yourself one more time in another best of 3.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Winner's match is where a lot of the pressure comes in. You know, Trap, he's made it this far. He's defeated Tasia in a very close series, but he's got to win one more, and he's got to win 2 in a row now to overcome Hero. Let's see if he can do it.
Yeah, let's see what happens, man. Again, a lot of pressure. This is this year's first GSL CODES, the most competitive StarCraft 2 tournament of all time. And, you know, we started out with 16 here, starting with this week. Half of them are going to be gone pretty soon. One of these 2 players
5,
will be
4,
the first
3,
to move on.
2, 1.
In the bottom left, in the blue. He needs to win this game and the next.
Tina Green Wings. Trap.
See what he's got planned for this one, if he wants to take a different approach, or just go for that long, drawn-out PvP style again.
In the upper right, in the red, winning the first game.
CJ enters. Hero.
Hero, the obvious favorite, just from looking at the group. You know, we were taking a look at some of the clips from the group selection, and I believe it was Sue that got swapped out.
That's right,
for
it was
Tasia.
Sue, yeah.
And, of course, Hero making his group the easiest one, I think, just on paper.
Yeah, I can't blame him for that either.
Yeah. If you get that power, you got to use it to your advantage. You know, you got to make it so you have an easy time of making it into the next round.
Now, you know, what's funny about this game, okay? We have, once again, Hero going for that quick expand. And this time, Trap's going to get to do what he wanted to do. I wasn't sure if he was going to take the Nexus or not, but I see he's just now made that. Because if you guys remember, the last game, he made a pylon where the Nexus would be, and that just slowed down Trap entirely. And from there, Hero just kind of kept the lead.
Ooh, nice block here from Trap. He's going to delay that second gateway from getting down.
Now, in these positions, the players actually want to have a perfect block here. That's why he has the building set up like that. And then you kill the pylon later, but it can stop them from getting any kind of tech. But it looks like Trap kind of realized that's what he's trying to do, so he kept that probe there a little bit longer than he may have wanted to.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
especially
in order to delay that.
When you're going Nexus first, if your opponent goes 2-gate adept, you have to get a block so that you can get some units out there. Because obviously your tech is going to be delayed, your units are going to be delayed in terms of how fast they come out. So nice block from Trap. He's not going to go too aggressive off of the back of that. But he does get a bit of an advantage there by blocking that. But overall, I still feel like Hero's in the front-runner seat here. I mean, he's got his Nexus a lot faster.
Oh, yeah, I would agree. I would totally agree with you. Now, we do see a proxy pylon here. I'm assuming that's going to be a Stargate. Let's see, though.
Well, there you go.
There
Tasteless.
it is.
The words were taken right out of your mouth and put into Hero's brain.
Miss Cleo of esports. All right, so he is going to go for that.
Oh, wow.
Oh, is he going to see it?
Wait, he may just barely not.
No way.
That is so unfortunate.
Way. But I can't believe he wouldn't go all the way to the side. That's always where it is.
Maybe he'll reroute his probe. We have to wait and see.
Wait, what? The Adept just got in?
Yeah, he kind of let it in.
Yeah, this
in a way.
Kind of a funny-looking game here.
He's going to force some of these probes off the line now. A Stalker is going to do a bit of damage here. And I don't believe that Trap has scouted that Stargate at all, so that's really unfortunate for him.
So weird. I don't... You know, I'm glad that we have players that check
Add another cool guy to the bunch. It's Flash. If you don't recognize him, you should.
That's right. Damn right. Best Brood War player of all time. So just before this Oracle gets said, I just want to say, you know, I'm glad we see players scout for like proxies, but why would he not check the corner? That's like
that is
Can you think of a game that you casted where they? This is not the first time we've seen that. It's always in that exact corner. Okay,
yeah,
so
that's where the Stargate goes if you're going to proxy it. I would agree with you. And look at this. The Mothership Core is going to be out of position when this Oracle flies in.
You're absolutely
He's not
right
going to be here. There's a pylon, but there's no Mothership Core.
There's just one Stalker here to defend. This Oracle can get so many kills in that amount of time.
That's not enough defense, and here we go. Oracle just knocking down probe after probe. Now going to come into the main.
SimCity working against his opponent here. So many more kills right now. Going for a 9. Can he get 10? Yes, he will. And it looks like just then the energy gets exhausted, and he'll have to back up. But even the Oracle getting out, that's huge.
Yeah, he did as much damage as he possibly could with that build. So there you go. A weakened Mothership Core. An embarrassed one comes back, and Doesn't do much.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Well, it looks like he got 4 kills at the base of Hero, so he did some damage at least.
yeah, something happened there, but still, you would assume that the Mothership Core would be back there. You need to get over there and try to defend against stuff like that. Then again, I guess that's why proxies are that effective, is you can throw the timing off for another player. By the way, Blink going to be finishing first here for Trap. We'll see if he decides to initiate from here. Now, because that was never spotted, he's made a gateway here. He may actually try to put on some pressure here. Hero might.
Looks like he is going to go to. He's getting 5 gateways right now and a robotics facility. So he is going to really power up here. He has to be careful, though. There are more stalkers currently on the map. They're going to pass in the night now.
Yeah, 2 passing ships in the night, my friend. And in fact, it's the opportunity to attack here goes first to Hero. So I'm not actually sure exactly how this is supposed to look. By the way, good pylon block here. Now, he's probably thinking that's to delay the Nexus, but in fact, that's also a proxy pylon to help reinforce the attack. Meanwhile, Stalkers come up here. There's nothing here to defend, just an Adept. That's certainly not enough.
One lone Adept isn't going to do the job. He has to keep his Mothership Core alive.
Second Artosis pylon up here. He can unpower all the gateways in this moment.
And he stops the Blink upgrade as well. That one Artosis pylon was powering the Twilight Council. There's no Blink coming out.
Yeah, Mothership Core in a good position here. Hero taking a lot of damage, blinking away, and there's no way to contest these Stalkers over here. I think Trap just might have won this game.
It looks like he may just have 3 Stalkers are going to be warped in now. They do not have Blink. Still no pylon powering any of those buildings.
Well, that was really weird. I've casted a lot of PvPs and not one that it was exactly like that. And that was just because they didn't quite have proper vision outside of each other's bases. And, wow.
Oh, man, this is bad for Trap. It looks like with the Blink, he is going to be able to get away, but sustaining a bit of damage, was on move command up the ramp before. Now a Stasis Ward placed there just in case for Hero. That's very nice.
Yeah, smart move there by Hero. Definitely could cause Trap to overextend here, and he'd get punished accordingly. We have the Dark Shrine coming up now for Hero. Oddly enough, guys, Trap has still not identified that there is a pylon right outside of his base with a Stargate and a gateway. And I'm still very confused by this. He has to have known those Stalkers had to come from somewhere.
Yeah. This may sound weird, but it might just be that there's too much on his mind. He was attacking and defending, and he's doing all this stuff, and he's like, okay, it seems like you have a Stargate, but I couldn't find it, and I just can't deal with that right now,
I think you might be right, Valdez. He may be a little bit overwhelmed right now.
I like the Dark Shrine tech out of Hero. There's that one quip that goes win behind Dark Shrine, but I think it's a good idea on this map regardless. We saw him use that to great effect in the first game. Well, just putting on the pressure, and Trap had so much trouble with it too.
It seems like it's mandatory when you get later into the game to get the DTs out because eventually it's going to be Stalker Disruptor, maneuvering around the map, but you need to have DTs and Zealots you can warp in to hit their other base whenever you're doing that.
2 Adepts now from Hero going to scout the composition and just poke their heads into the base and cancel. Get a bit of scouting information done there. Dark Shrine is done, and it looks like the Warp Prism down there is going for the drop currently. But at the same time, Trap going to blink out of the main.
Okay, Harass starting up here. Remember, Hero won that last game with some of his unbelievably good Harass. And it looks like we're going to have more of that here. Already a lot of probes being picked off. Both these guys taking some bruises here.
Trap is not reacting in his base. The DTs are getting so many kills. Finally, he pulls the probe, but already 12 of them go down, and he's warping in another one in the back door.
And it looks like it's actually going to get out in time. And the problem is there's not enough places to put all these probes. So they're essentially running around, and they're just continuing to get hit from different angles. Now he's hiding that one DT in the main, hoping that maybe Trap lost focus and assumes he already killed it. At the same time, Trap gearing up for what looks like an attack over here on the third base. Does he have enough? I think he actually might.
He's got 2 Immortals, and he's got the higher Stalker count. He's going to go for the attack right now, and Hero kind of getting out of position, but the Stasis Ward going to stop 4 of these Stalkers. That'll give Hero a bit of a hope here.
Yeah, this is a pretty big problem, actually. He doesn't have all of his army. That was actually exactly what he needed to have happen to possibly win this attack, and now a pretty good arc But when the Stalkers are no longer frozen, I think he can just keep on attacking in here.
Yeah, more Warpins coming in. He's got that Warp Prism warping in nearby. The Disruptor, though, oh, big blink is going to dodge it, in fact.
It was so late, I actually thought he had missed it for a second.
Yeah.
But the Immortal's still doing a lot of damage here. DT does come up and start damaging that Immortal.
Oh, there's no detection. There's no observer for Trap. This DT is going to be able to do so much damage. There's no detection.
But I think he might still be able to continue to maneuver around it.
Okay, there's
there it is.
Observer,
there it is.
okay.
Yep.
All right. I almost lost my mind, Tastes.
Well, now he's got this great angle. He can take out the Robo Bay. I believe that there's two of them, though, for Hero right now.
I think he's trying to bait him up the ramp into the Stasis Ward with
Yeah,
the Disruptor right now.
Well, that would be the ideal play, right?
Yeah, he wants a blink possibly, but Disruptor is going to shoot up and gets targeted down.
And you know what? I think that this might be the end of the game. I don't think he can get down that ramp that easily.
The Pro's going to be pulled now, and look at Hero. All of his Stalkers just clumped up into a ball. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to defend this one.
Beautiful play here. And that's going to really hurt when those Warpins do complete. Continue to do so much damage here. Look, he just blinks away the weakened Stalkers as the arc slowly grows around Hero's army. And there it is, GG. Trap wins game number 1.
As we said before, Trap is not out of this yet. He has a chance. This is PvP. He looked great in game 1, even better in game 2.
I'll tell you something, man. If I'm those two Terran players, I definitely want Hero to move on because Hero looks so good. They're watching these games right now, probably a little bit nervous.
Yeah. Imagine Speed. He got Shrek-a-bopped by Hero.
He did.
He's like, Trap, please lose for me, buddy.
Please lose.
You know?
I think Trap is actually beatable in PvT, whereas Hero seems to not be beatable at all. That's some of the scariest PvT that we have right now.
Trap seems like there's a lot going on in his head right now. Understandably so. That was a bit of a wacky game. PvP is so much fun, man. The Oracle's going in, the drops at the same time, the aggression at the front. It's out of control.
Look at that Studio Valdez. That is the sickest studio in esports, guys. First day casting here. Took about 2 weeks here at AfreecaTV to renovate it. We're going to go now into the final match, and this is really important. It's going to be the first player who gets into the round of 8.
Yeah, this is a gigantic best of 1 essentially now.
Yeah.
It's one game who decides who makes it on, and it's Runes of Ceres, a big macro map. Both of these players are going to have a lot of space to make their moves and outmaneuver their opponents.
Will we have a proxy here? I don't think so, but these guys are both a little bit unpredictable.
Yeah.
It's not like when we would cast Rain, you know, like last year, we're like, oh, we know what he's going to do. He's going to play safe
like,
every
how
time.
many observers is he going to make? That's the question.
Right, yeah.
Is it 4
is it
or
5
6?
or is it 6? Yeah.
The thing that may change on this map is the spawning positions.
Yeah.
You know, it definitely could change the way the game plays out if they're at close vertical spawns compared to cross spawns.
Yeah, that's very true. Oh, a lot of pressure on these guys. I got to say, Trap, by the way, did play really well back there in that last game. I mean, Hero, it looks scary, but Trap can definitely hold his own.
Yeah. Even though he took a bit of damage, he kept cool, which is the thing I'm most surprised about. And he eventually, you know, found that proxy as well, took that out, took out the Stargate, put on a good amount of pressure himself onto the third base of Hero. So really nicely responded to there by Trap.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. We are moments away from getting this going. Guys, tell your friends to tune in and join us here at AfreecaTV as we are back. And by the way, we will be here tomorrow on Saturday. I know we don't normally have a GSL Code S on the weekend, but we are a little bit behind schedule since getting the studio remodeled, and our game has now loaded up. So get ready. This is game number 3.
5,
Trap against
4,
Hero.
3,
the winner goes
2,
on to the round of 8.
1.
In the upper right, in the blue, he is
Engineer Green Wings. Trap.
We are at close vertical spawns here. I wonder which one of these players is going to be happy about that.
Yeah, this totally changes it. We're going to get into that in a second, too. In the bottom right, in the red, he is
CJ enters. Hero.
Okay, so if they were in cross spots, this would be a totally different game. But if you look on the mini-map here, they're really close together by air, which makes Warp Prisms scary, but also there's a fundamental problem where they might be passing through each other with Warp Prisms, which can eliminate a potential element of surprise.
Yeah. The other big part about this map, too, is that regardless of which third base you take at these spawns, or any spawn really, getting a warp prism into the main is so hard to deal with because all of your units are going to be down by your third base or even at the natural, and it's so hard to wrap all the way around, go up those small ramps, and get all the way into this very large main. So I feel like both these players definitely could put on the pressure with the warp prisms, but we could also have Stargate versus Stargate, maybe a bit of Phoenix versus Phoenix.
Yeah, that's another good point, Valdez. Phoenix versus Phoenix totally changes the way the matchup operates because if you start with Phoenix versus Phoenix, you're kind of stuck going Phoenixes.
Yeah.
Until you lose this one fight, by the way. It's not like it's a bunch of little interactions. It's one. It's really weird how that matchup works out. So the cybernetic scores are going to finish. Let's see what the tech is they choose to go with.
Yeah, it seems like for now, no big tech building is going to be made, and I think that's smart because they don't know where the other opponent is at. So they want to see what the spawning positions are first before they make a big decision on which direction they're going to go. Unfortunately, both of these players aren't really going to know. It looks like Trap is going to find out first that they are at vertical spawns, as he has sent out the Sooner probe scouts to go up to the top left and then bottom left. So by deductive reasoning, he can know that Hero's in the bottom right.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he wished he would have checked there earlier. A lot of pro gamers will actually have a scouting path set up so that they can statistically map out the best build. Like if they find out that, okay, he's actually the closest to me, that's fine. I had this direction. I was taking the game anyways. Whereas maybe if he finds out he's cross spots, he cuts out, you know, a zealot or something, anything early on.
Oh, that was so close. Well, Trap's got the timing down on when you need to recall versus a overcharge if you want to survive. That is for sure. As the last bolt is going in, he just gets out of there, which is pretty insane. It seems like at first on this map, what these two players want to do is just make a bunch of stalkers and do a bit of pressure. Both players going for a double gateway first.
It's funny because the stalkers can be used to pressure, but it also functions as a deterrent. You really can't attack into somebody that has that much. But we've seen the deviation in the builds. Good shot. Takes him out before he can actually spot and confirm the Nexus. So the game's going in two different ways. We have the robotics facility coming down here, and no expand just yet, whereas the other player is actually expanding.
Yeah, so Hero also adding in 2 gateways with that. So his expansion is going to be very delayed compared to the expansion of Trap. And in fact, he may not even go for it. He's making a Warp Prism now and more units. He's not making a Nexus map.
What is this build? What is this? All right, guys. Hero just ruined the ladder for PvP. Everybody's going to be doing this build now. I want to try this out. This looks just like a... This is down and dirty, man. He's gonna hit him so hard.
He's gonna ferry up into the main.
Yeah,
I think that's what this is gonna be.
It's called well, there's variations of it, but it's called like an elevator strat.
Yeah.
Maximum occupancy 4 stalkers in that elevator. Now, Trap may be privy to this. I don't know at the highest Korean levels, like online.
Well,
this is a thing. But by the way, this is a build you do in these locations on this map.
Yeah. And look at this, the stalkers are out of position.
Ooh,
and he has no vision.
No idea.
He doesn't have any idea. Oh no!
Here they come! Is he gonna go for a force field on the ramp? No, I guess he just wants Guardian Shield here. I guess that's all you need.
He's gonna just snipe down the pylons, no overcharge. He's gonna zone out the mothership core, and Trap is totally out of position for this.
It can't effectively get over there. Now this one Immortal is the most important job of the whole game. Is to do as much damage while absorbing as little damage as possible, and it goes down as well.
It gets focused down. I'm not even sure if he made a barrier.
That was so sick. He got the block up.
That was pretty big.
I think that's it.
GG. Hero.
Hero's so good. Wow. That was a great strat. You guys who are Protoss players, you're in luck. You're going to be winning a lot of games on the ladder with that. That's.
Go ahead and steal that one.
Go ahead and steal that one.
Yeah. You can see Trap very unhappy with that one, but...
And we're going to get Sojung over here. Valdez, you stay here. I'm going to step out.
Swapping positions. Here you go,
No, Valdez, you stay here.
Oh, okay.
Sojung, come over here.
All right. Playing musical chairs over here.
Hello.
Hello, Sojung.
Valdez, it's been a long time since I translated with you.
Yeah. So? Going to give us our translation of the winner's interview here.
Yep.
See what Hero has to say.
Quick night tonight, I think.
Yeah, Hero's making it quick.
So we're gonna head and do that interview right now. The first person to advance to the next round is CJ Ans's Hero.
네. 탑시드로서 1위 진출 어떻게 보면 자존심일 수도 있을 것 같은데 축하드려요. 소감 어떠세요?
네. 일단 푸푸전 2번만 더 하다가 이제
Well, if I played any more PvPs, I think I'll have a heart attack and die.
분열기 하나로
That disruptor.
So true.
선수 입장에서도 굉장히 부담스러운 유닛이면서
Well, it should be giving him pressure, but still, it's kind of a unit that he could use well.
끝나고요.
Well, after that match,
심장이 안 멈추더라고요.
my heart just wouldn't stop beating. But if it stopped beating, he would die. But
좀
It's a good
힘들었어요.
thing.
he said, he had a hard time.
서로의 이렇게 유불리가 엇갈리면서 희비가 엇갈리잖아요.
It's just that unit that it can help you win, let you
모습이 나올 수
lose.
있는데 그래도 계속해서 집중력을 잃지
But
않았어요.
still, he didn't lose his
시장에
concentration.
대한 간절함.
집중력을 잃지 않았던 거 유일한 안식처인 이제 예언자가 있기 때문에
Well, because the
예언자가
Oracle,
봐주면 그나마 이제
my
마음의
healing
안심이
unit,
조금 되거든요.
네.
I trusted the Oracle,
네,
so I
잘했던 것
didn't lose my
같아요.
concentration and
자,
played well
오늘 앞서
until the end of the game.
1경기에서는 사실 경기
And in match
시간보다
one,
경기 준비 시간, 대기 시간이 더
The
길었었잖아요.
preparation time was longer than the match itself,
승자전에서 조성호 선수와 이렇게 멋진 경기를 했습니다.
and was able to play against Trap for the next match.
점수를 매겨본다면
Let's see what kind of score he would give to
네,
himself
오늘
for today's games.
솔직히 제가
Well, honestly,
지금까지 생각해도 조를 제일
I think
잘
I
만든
have
것 같아요.
the
그런
best
만큼 이제
group ever.
제가 그런 만큼 또
And as much as I have a good group,
조를 만들었는데 여기서 안 좋은 경기력
and I made a good group, and I thought that I would make my fans disappointed if I show you bad games. So that's why I played really well tonight, to not let you down.
2세트에서 방금 전
And second set,
2세트에서 9시 몰래 건물 전진 건물을 했는데
he went for
그게
this secret multi-secret
막혔거든요.
building.
그런데 3세트에서 또 과감한
And
승부수.
even in the third
이
set,
선수가 나
he
1위로
went for a
올라갈
twist,
거야,
plot
다
twist,
뚫겠구나
and
느껴졌어요.
showed to the fans that he really wants to go upwards, move upwards.
제가 지금까지 좀 약간 방심하거나 좀 즐겨가지고 이제
Until now, I used to enjoy the game, and I went around, played it the hard way, and went to the final match. But I thought to myself that I'm not gonna let it happen again today, so I played really hard tonight.
시간을 요청하고 사라스페어에서
그거는 성호가 요청하긴 했는데
And Ruins of Saras, it wasn't his request, but it was Trap's
자, 이렇게
request.
오늘 승부사다운
But anyways,
위치를 보여주면서 멋지게
He
2위로
truly showed us great games
진출하게
tonight.
됐습니다. 자, 오늘 이제 많은 분들이 참 의미 있는 자리였기
And
때문에
a lot
더더욱
of people are
김준호
here
선수의
tonight,
경기에 집중했거든요. 앞으로
watching
어떤 모습 보여주실지
Heroes,
각오
supporting
들어주시죠.
Hero.
최근에 프로리그도 떨어지고
Recently, we weren't doing well in Pro League, and I didn't even have individual leagues to participate in, and I didn't have an opportunity to show you guys how I play.
별로 멘탈이 안 좋았어요.
And
근데
I
오늘
really
경기
didn't have a
이렇게
good
이기니까
mental state, so I wasn't in a good
다시
state.
달려갈 수 있는 힘이 되는
But
것
now
같고,
I have more. I
앞으로도
got a
많이
motivation to
감사합니다.
try harder, play harder, and thank you
많은
guys for that.
분들이 김준호 선수를 진심으로 응원하실 것 같은데요. 오늘 다시 한번 8강 진출 축하드립니다.
Well, congratulations to Hero for advancing to round of
자,
8.
이렇게 오늘 A조의
And
첫
this
번째
was
8강
Hero
진출자 김준호 선수
from CJ
만나봤는데요.
Thank you,
이어서
Sojung,
현장에
for the great
찾아주신 분들을 위한
translation
여러분들의
as always. And yeah, Hero's the first person to get out of the group. Guys, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll go to that losers match, the TVT.
Find yourself against the wall. One more time before the fall. There's no way to pretend. The sun will rise and the sun will set. When nothing's changed, so you walk for it. Can't make it all alone. This is your last chance. Why don't you take it? Nothing can stop me. Gotta fight and I won't retreat. Still awake, don't ever sleep. Can't stop this time that's in front of me. Nothing can stop me. Tonight face the enemy. Still awake and never sleep. Now your time's run out, so you best believe. Let's make it hot.
에너지 음료 핫식스는 GSL과 함께합니다.
언제나 있는 그대로의 맑고 깨끗함을 지켜가라고. 겨울을 잊은 강물이 내게 말했다. 맑고 깨끗한 칠성사이다.
비트에 몸을 맡겨라.
새로운 영웅은 언제나 환영이야.
오버워치 5월 24일 출시. 예약 구매로 누구보다 빠르게 친구와 오픈 베타에 접속하세요.
안녕하세요. 달이 빛나는 밤의 문규리입니다. 제가 승자전 전에 이벤트를 안내해드릴 때 나오던 배경음악 혹시 기억하시나요? 오늘 소개해드리려는 노래가 바로 그 배경음악인데요. 영국의 일렉트로닉 밴드 퀘미스트의 3집 워리어 사운드에 수록된 정글이란 노래입니다. 이 앨범은 스피릿 인 더 시스템 이후 6년 만의 신보로 3월 첫 주에 나왔는데요. 이젠 추억 속으로 사라진 펜듈럼이나 프로디지 같은 사운드를 무척 그리워했던 분들이 아주 좋아하실 것 같습니다. 전체적으로 락트로니카, 락베이스의 드럼앤베이스 곡들로 구성이 되어 있고 영국의 핵티비스트가 랩을 맡았습니다. 소위 드럼앤베이스나 락, 메탈이 섞인 음악들은 톤이 단조롭게 느낄 수가 있는데 이 앨범의 경우 케미스트는 아주 재밌는 것들을 많이 시도하고 있습니다. 한계를 넘어서려는 노력이 꼭 경기에 임하는 선수들의 모습과도 닮아 있는데요. 16강에 들어선 선수들의 멋진 승부를 기대해보면서 함께 들어보시죠. 퀘미스트의 정글.
Here in the jungle,
We are hope.
We are honor.
We are courage.